Aradia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's really lovely to see everybody again. I've been out for a while due to illness. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Aradia and I've been a member of the Anti-Poverty Network from the get-go. It's just the last few months, yes, my illness has kept me out. I'll start by saying that I am Tony Abbott's worst nightmare. I am a single parent, I have a disability, and I am a student. And I have a very loud voice that doesn't give up. I will start by telling you I began work at the age of 14 and 9 months at Kmart in a small country town in New South Wales. I continued to work my whole life. I did a 4-year apprenticeship to become a beauty therapist, and I did that for 10 years. And then for another 10 years, I taught children how to swim. At the age of 32, I had my son. And prior to that, 8 years prior to that, I'd been diagnosed with narcolepsy. For those of you who don't know what narcolepsy is, it's a sleep disorder. It means that I fall asleep without any warning. And it means that I also have interrupted REM sleep, requiring me that I need a lot more daytime sleep than most people do. And I was doing okay until I had my son. Something in my biology changed when I had my son, and it meant that my narcolepsy got worse. So I was no longer able to work. So I decided I would go back to university. And I did go back to university, and in the interim I have completed 2 degrees. I hold a Bachelor in Social Science. I hold a Bachelor of Health Science and an Honours in Anthropology. And I'm currently applying to do my PhD in Anthropology. So my biggest thing is I have suffered disadvantage on 3 different levels. I was married when I had my son. What I didn't realise was that I had actually married another child as well. And I chose to get a divorce. Yes, I chose to get a divorce because I decided that I didn't really want to raise another child. And I didn't want my son growing up in a household seeing the relationship that his father and I had as something that was healthy and normal. So I actually chose to leave. I wasn't a teenage single mother who decided that, oh, this single mother thing sounds like it's going to be an easy ride. Let's go for it and milk the government for money. I didn't ask to be diagnosed with narcolepsy. And despite the fact that it's an illness that most people say, oh, what a wonderful illness, you can sleep all the time. That sleeping all the time has meant that I have missed out on weddings, graduations, family events. I've missed out on social occasions, parties, friends' birthdays, my son's schooling activities. It is not a fun thing to have, and it's only going to get worse as I get older. So my thing for the government, I would actually like to pose a question to Mr. Abbott as to who the hell is going to employ me? I need to nap 6 or 7 times a day. I can't work at night because I have a child that I need to look after. I'm also an occupational health and safety risk because I could just collapse at any given time. And there are days that I might not even turn up for work. And that's because I just can't get out of bed. And even though I've been very lucky in terms of being granted disability support pension, I was very lucky that my specialist actually came to Centrelink with me and ripped them a new one. Oh yes, he did. So for those of you who are looking for that, if you can get your doctor to go with you, I suggest you do it because as soon as he started speaking, they went, all right, tick these boxes, she's right to go. But as I am affected by things like changes to family tax benefit. I do have a child to raise. And I have very, very limited work prospects. And my biggest concern is that the older he gets, I don't understand this family tax benefits business being cut off when they're 6. Children do not get cheaper as they get older.
Oh, hell no.
No, children do not get cheaper as they get older. We are now moving into the stage where we want designer this and, you know, the latest electronic that and all the rest of it. My biggest concern is that as a parent, I'm going to be unable to provide those things because my income keeps progressively getting lower and lower without me having the means to actually supplement that income. even if I were able to work. Even if I were able to work, I still pose the question, once again, like the last lady said, after school care, I do not want my child coming home to nobody. I want my son to come home of an afternoon and I want to be able to say to him, how was your day? Do you have any homework? Let's sit down and do it together. I don't want to be coming home at 7 o'clock at night and saying, all right, it's dinner time, here's the latest thing I've picked up from McDonald's. Eat this, have your bath and go to bed. That is not how I see myself as being a parent. And I take absolute umbrage with the notion that the rhetoric that's spurted by the government and by the general public is that parenting is a full-time job. Unless you're a single parent, then you've got to go and get another 2 or 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Alright? So if parenting is a full-time job, and as a single parent, we're doing double the workload, why do we even have to look for another job? If you can work and you want to work, I think that's fantastic. But I'm saying that it should be out there that if motherhood or parenthood is raised to such a level of rhetoric in government literature and government speak, then let's see that value being put where it's supposed to be. The GDP of this country, or the gross domestic product, which is what our economy is, decided upon in the world, over 50% of that is made up by unpaid care work. Now that unpaid care work comes from a lot of different areas, people caring for elderly relatives and people who are disabled and all those sorts of things, but a lot of that comes from single parents. So when people tell you you're not contributing to the economy, you damn well are. What's going to happen when all of us single parents, when all of us parents, even in 2-parent families, go out and we're all working all the time? Who's going to man the kids' school tuck shop? Who's going to provide the baked goods for sports days and fundraisers while we're all too tired to be doing this? I see this as an attack on community. I see it as an attack on community values, and I see it that the crux of this attack is once again on the most vulnerable people in society, who should be getting our support and not being subjected again and again to stereotypes, because I am very, very tired of being told that I am a stereotype, because I don't fit in anybody's box. I hate to tell anybody that. I stand alone, I stand as an individual, and I stand as a single parent with a disability who is a student, and I will keep fighting for as long as I can stay awake.